FutureBridge. FutureBridge is a techno-commercial consulting and advisory company. We track and advise on the future of the industries from a 1 to 25-year perspective. We provide insights into technologies, innovations, markets, business models, competition, as well as regulations. And we have worked with about 250 Fortune 500 clients across 70 different countries and 30 different industries. Today, we will be talking about the role of AI, starting with a quick introduction about why energy storage is indispensable today and the challenges it faces. I'll briefly introduce how and why AI is starting to shape the energy storage sector. Shrishti will then show us how AI tools can be used to solve these challenges and make the energy storage sector proactive as well as predictive. We will then talk about some real world examples showcasing AI in action, and we will then conclude with some key takeaways as well as talk about the path forward. Let's start with an overview of the role of AI in industries tomorrow. With renewables expected to provide over one third of the global electricity by 2030, energy storage is no longer optional. But why is this the case? Because renewable resources like solar and wind are intermittent, and storage essentially acts like a giant buffer, capturing excess energy during peak generation and then releasing it when the demand is high. The projected global energy storage market is expected to reach about 741 gigawatts by 2030. And while energy storage helps address the intermittency in renewable energy, it brings its own set of challenges. For example, energy storage must integrate with diverse systems, which is often complicated by legacy infrastructure as well as incompatible protocols. Traditional fixed interval maintenance, which leads to unnecessary downtime of failures, can increase the maintenance costs as well. Next, inefficient charging and discharging cycles can reduce battery life. And finally, high upfront capital cost can usually comes with a uncertain return on investments. Let's now dive into how each of this challenge can be addressed by AI. Energy storage systems often struggle to integrate smoothly with diverse technologies due to their legacy infrastructure as well as varying protocols. And traditionally, to solve this challenge, middleware platforms were used to help the systems talk to each other. Now, these are rigid and often require manual configurations. AI can swoop in here, which can enable adaptive, real-time communication that can scale as well as evolve with the system. Next, fixed interval maintenance can lead to unnecessary downtimes as well as expenses where it is actually not reflecting the actual condition of the energy storage system. And AI driven predictive maintenance can reduce the cost by accurately forecasting failures as well as optimizing service schedules. Next one is suboptimal charging and discharging cycles. Again, inefficient cycling reduces battery life and performance, and if this is often managed through predefined cycling and discharging or charging and discharging threshold patterns, and AI can actually optimize these charge discharge patterns. This can be done dynamically, and this can improve lifetime as well as operational efficiency. And finally, energy storage projects often require significant capital. Traditional financial models can't capture market as well as policy volatility well. And so AI can improve this by doing an ROI forecasting, dynamically analyzing real time data, as well as simulating multiple scenarios for better decision making. Let's talk a little bit about AI and energy storage. AI uses smart algorithms and machine learning to boost efficiency, optimize operations, as well as promote sustainability in the energy storage systems. And this market is growing fast, with just about 15 billion in 2025 to almost 90 billion expected in around 2033. This market is expected to grow at 35.2% annual growth rate. And most regions across the world have already integrated AI in their energy storage operations, with US and Europe leading the way. Top companies like Tesla, Fluence, and Engie are driving this innovation, making energy storage smarter as well as more reliable. Next, Srishti will walk us through the different AI applications in energy storage and how it helps the system go from reactive to predictive. Srishti, you can take over.
Thank you, Tejal. So, AI is actually turning energy storage into a smart, self-optimizing system. So let's quickly walk through the key 8 areas and use cases of AI in energy storage. First up, we have state of health estimation. This is all about predicting battery health so we can schedule maintenance just in time, which helps us avoid unexpected failures. Then we have battery digital twins. Think of these as virtual replicas of your batteries that stimulate their real-time behavior. This helps us understand the performance without physically testing each unit. Next is anomaly detection. Here, AI helps us spot any irregularities or early signs of faults before they actually become serious problems. We also have thermal imaging, which integrates thermal scans that identify hotspots and prevent potential failures before they happen. With adaptive charge and discharge scheduling, AI optimizing charging patterns based on renewable energy system supply and demand, making the whole system more efficient. Then we had fleet performance benchmarking. This basically compares performance across a whole fleet of batteries to identify where improvements can be made. We also have co-optimization of multiple storage assets. This means coordinating different storage technologies to get the best balance of cost and efficiency. And finally, we have life cycle cost optimization models. These models help us balance operational parameters to minimize the total cost of ownership over the battery's life. Now, each of these use cases play a crucial role in making batteries more reliable, cutting costs, and extending their lifespan. Moving ahead, let's dive deeper into two powerful AI use cases, starting with state of health estimation. Here, AI algorithms crunch wide range of battery data like voltage, current, temperature, state of charge, with the goal to predict how much life of battery is left and how its performance is degrading over a period of time. This helps us plan the maintenance ahead of time, actually avoiding downtime or warranty issues. Companies like Tesla and research centers like NREL have already pushed this forward, showing battery life extensions to up to 40%. The catch, these models do need high quality data to be extremely accurate. Moving on to battery digital twins, this is the more advanced approach. Digital twins combine real life sensor data with physics based models and machine learning to continuously stimulate the battery state of charge, health, temperature, and aging. This means that operators can run what if scenarios to plan maintenance or tweak operations without actually touching the hardware. Siemens and GE Vernova are leading the charge in deploying these systems. While they offer detailed insights down to the pack or system level, calibrating these models can be quite data heavy. Now let's talk about anomaly detection. AI system continuously monitors sensor data streams, things like voltage, temperature, to spot any deviations from normal behavior. Using advanced unsupervised machine learning techniques like autoencoders or clustering, these systems can flag issues such as sudden voltage drops or unusual changes in the state of charge early on. Now, this helps us prevent unplanned downtime by around 20 to 30%. However, these systems do need careful tuning because they can sometimes generate false positives, and understanding of these anomalies may require specialized expertise. But companies like STEM are actually actively rolling out these technologies. On the safety side, we have thermal imaging. Infrared cameras combined with AI-driven image processing detect hotspots or early signs of thermal runaways inside battery packs. This allows for intervention before any safety incidents occur, and it also helps us meet strict operational safety standards. This is a very mature technology which helps us catching faults that might not show up usually on electrical data alone. So next up, we have adaptive charge and discharge scheduling, which is essential for syncing energy storage with variable renewable energy and grid demand. AI models, which are usually a mix of deep learning and time series forecasting, leverage data like solar irradiance or wind speeds, weather forecasts, and electricity market prices to optimize when and how to charge or discharge your batteries. This helps us reduce energy curtailment, improve forecast accuracy by up to 30%, and boost grid stability. Companies like Autogrid and STEM are leading the space with mature commercially deployed solutions. Still, we do have some challenges around the weather variability and data quality issues. Moving ahead, at the fleet level, we have fleet performance benchmarking that uses AI to track key performance indicators like efficiency, availability across large fleets, sometimes managing hundreds of battery assets at once. Using unsupervised learning, these systems can spot underperforming or outlier assets or batteries, which will help the operators to prioritize the maintenance and overall improve the fleet's efficiency. GE Vernova is actively rolling out these tools, though they rely heavily on consistent high quality data reporting. Okay, so now let's move on to co-optimization of multiple storage assets, which is all about managing diverse storage technologies like lithium-ion flow batteries, supercapacitors together to boost the overall system efficiency. So what AI does, it dynamically coordinates these assets to cut operational costs up to 25% and support grid services like frequency regulation. Techniques such as mixed linear integral programming and reinforcement learning helps us with this. Companies like Fluence and Greensmith are leading the way in this complex field. However, it does require significant computational power and robust real-time energy data infrastructure. On top of that, we have lifecycle cost optimization models, where AI stimulations and machine learning helps recommend the best times for battery replacement and maintenance by balancing the performance degradation and cost. This can lower the life cycle cost by up to 15%, enabling us to make better CAPEX and OPEX decisions. Tesla and Siemens are the forerunners with their pilot projects, although accurately modeling the impact of volatile market conditions still remains a challenge. So let's look at some real life examples. Let me share a compelling real life example. Anok Interior Systems, a Japanese manufacturing company, faced soaring electricity costs during peak demand hours. What did they do? They partnered up with STEM's Athena AI platform, a system that uses AI to optimize energy storage operations without needing costly infrastructure changes or any operational disturbances. Athena predicted peak demand periods accurately, controlled a 2.5 megawatt energy storage system, made it to discharge stored energy during those peak hours, and continuously collected high volume real time data. This resulted in reduced electricity bills, lower carbon emissions, improved operational efficiency, and as well as enhanced grid stability. This case illustrates how AI can deliver tangible financial and sustainability benefits at industrial scale. Moving ahead, we also have several companies that stand out in this rapidly evolving market. Fluence offers an asset performance management platform that reduces downtime to up to 35%, extends battery life to 20%, and cuts energy costs by 10%. Their focus on real-time monitoring and cybersecurity makes them a leader. We also have Equal Battery Intelligence that delivers real-time battery health monitoring with predictive maintenance and extending battery life by up to 15 to 25%. It also helps us to reduce power outages to up to 40%. Tesla's Powerwall integrates AI for smart energy management, demand charge reduction, and power backup, achieving electricity bill reductions to 20 to 30%. Tesla Powerwall also gives an ROI of 10 to 15, 5 to 10 years. Moving ahead, let's look at the key takeaways and the road ahead for AI and energy storage. To put it very simply, AI is not just an incredible improvement, it's a game changer for energy storage. Imagine extending battery life up to 40%, that's nearly doubling asset value without actually adding any hardware. At the same time, AI driven predictive maintenance cuts downtime to up to 30%, turning costly surprises into mini manageable events. More than that, AI sharpens our forecasting accuracies for renewable energy integration to up to 30%, meaning we waste less green energy and better match our demand and supply. This translates to a 20 to 25 boost in energy system utilization, unlocking untapped grid value. Together, these advancements mean we have a smarter, more resilient energy storage asset that don't just respond to today's challenges, they can also anticipate tomorrow's. As we race towards decarbonization, AI is the indispensable brain powering a clean, uh, more reliable energy future. What's next in AI? So, looking ahead, the future of AI in energy storage is both exciting and inventable. Picture fully autonomous energy systems that self manage with almost zero human input. They are constantly optimizing, adapting, and learning in real time. We see seamless integration with smart grids and virtual power plants where thousands of distributed storage assets behave as one single coordinated entity, maximizing efficiency at unprecedented scales. Edge AI will revolutionize the control, enabling decisions right at the battery cell level with near instant speed, ushering a new era of precision and reliability. We also have digital twins and advanced forecasting, which make uncertainty a thing of the past, allowing operators to stimulate complex scenarios before they even happen. AI won't just be a tool, it'll be a core asset embedded deeply into our energy markets that'll be driving planning, dispatch, and trading decisions. So, as our regulations recognize AI's crucial role, policies will evolve to nurture the innovation while ensuring grid stability and security. So, in short, AI is not just the future of energy storage, it is the foundation. It will be invisible hand guiding us towards a smarter, cleaner, and more resilient energy world.
Thank you, Srishti. We do have quite a few questions coming up. In the interest of time, I will only be reading out a few. The first one is, what are the biggest barriers to adopting AI in energy storage?
I feel like one of the biggest challenges we see in adopting AI in energy storage is the fragmentation of data. A lot of important data is stuck in legacy systems that don't really easily talk to each other. And on top of that, there's the significant upfront investment costs and a shortage of in-house experts who actually understand how AI and energy storage work together. But as we are seeing a rise in modular AI platforms, like we talked about, that are easier to integrate with technology providers and energy companies are collaborating to accelerate this adoption.
And then the next one is, how reliable is AI decision making in critical energy storage systems?
AI decision making is getting more reliable all the time, thanks to the large amount of historic data and real time data we collect and analyze. But it's important to remember that human oversight is still a key. People need to intercept the AI's recommendation, validate those decisions, and handle any unexpected situations. Plus, AI modules aren't set and forget. They require ongoing retraining and continuous monitoring so that they can adapt and change to grid conditions and keep performing accurately.
Agreed. Um, that concludes our webinar. For any questions that were sent but not answered, we will reach out to you individually. Thank you so much for joining us today and have a great rest of your day.